All right, guys. Last week we looked at some different examples of bookmarks, and y'all were supposed to come up with your own bookmark, and you were supposed to find a creative way to incorporate your name or your initials. Some of you have really long names, so I was okay. I was okay with you doing your initials if you wanted to, all right? The other thing you were supposed to do was come up with a sketch or two, just to sort of really see if that's the design you wanted. And you had the back in case you needed to come up with another design. We were doing our pictures on the regular paper first so that we could make any and all changes we need to. If we had to erase, we could do that. And so when we would transfer it to our final piece, we know that our final piece will be very clean and clear and eraser mark free. So some of you got done with your drawing last week, and some of you even started coloring last week, okay? But if you are completely done with your drawing part, then you are ready to transfer your drawing onto the piece of vellum. And we talked about the vellum last week, and I showed you how because it was translucent, then when it was close up to other objects, we're able to see through it really well. So if you've got all of your drawing done, then you'll be ready to use this, and you can come up and I will give you your piece of vellum. We are going to trace these with Sharpies. Over here on this little rolly cart, I have a basket with two kinds of Sharpies. We've got the regular fine point. All right, it's got kind of a little bit wider tip. And then the ultra fine point, which is a lot skinnier, so it's more like your regular ink pen. You want to choose one that's appropriate for your design. If you have big, wide open letters like this one, you could use the bigger Sharpie. But if you've got tons of really small details or really small letters, you're going to want to use the ultra fine point Sharpie so that you don't end up covering any important details, okay? So for mine, I'm going to use this regular size Sharpie. I want to hold this still, and I'm going to trace my lines. Don't want to let's move. However, if it does move around, able to see through it so that you can line it back up. Thank you. Alright, don't want to forget the insides of my letters. Alright, now, I've got my design. It's nice and clean because I don't have any eraser marks or pencil smudges. I'm going to kind of let that dry just for a second so I don't accidentally smudge my markers. But when I'm ready, I can start coloring. And so what I'm going to do is use color pencils, and I'm coloring the whole thing. All right, I'm not going to color it all right this second because I want y'all to get started. But I do expect you to color all of your letters and the background as well. So for mine, I'm going to kind of pretend like the paint is spilling down and changing into each colors of the rainbow. Alright, I need a green now. into blue. And what's next?
Purple.
All right. So I'm going to grab my purple here. Okay, now I am going to go back in and color the background and the paintbrush, but I'm going to stop for now. Now, if you plan on doing any trimming to your bookmark, like this one, where I've trimmed the corners, this one, where I trimmed it to look like a pencil, you want to wait and do that on your final piece, okay? We're not doing major cutting, though. You don't want your bookmark to be chopped away until it's too small. Then you end up losing your bookmark inside your book. And that kind of defeats the whole purpose of the bookmark, doesn't it? Alright, now when you are totally done and you have completed coloring everything, bring it to me. I will put the hole in your bookmark, and I have a string that's already tied into a knot. This knot goes through the hole there and through this little loop. And there we go. And then you'll have your bookmark that you will be able to take home today. If you finish it today, okay? So, are y'all ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right.